Aboitiz Power Benguet is a leading provider and responsible developer of renewable energy, creating shared value in communities where it operates. Aboitiz Power, the power to make a difference.
Here's your SunStar Baguio Yearender Newsbits. A look at this year's headlines.
COVID-19 pandemic hits Cordillera. Baguio opens tourism. Bodies found anew in Benguet ravines. Villages placed on lockdown. And in sports, annual sports meets canceled.
And for the details. The unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic hit the world, including the Cordillera Administrative Region, which incurred deaths and economic losses, but also showed the resiliency of Cordillera folk. This report from Jonathan Yanes.
The year that was is marked with the upsurge of cases of coronavirus disease 2019 in the region, with 89 reported deaths, 6,659 recoveries, and 7,680 COVID-19 cases recorded as of December 23. Baguio City has 3,689 total recorded cases and Benguet with 3,016. In Baguio City, an ongoing study of the UP Baguio-led research team in partnership with the City Health Services Office shows from the 3 cases reported during first week of March, the number has grown to more than 3,000 cases. In the last weeks shown, it is evident that the region has shown the highest number of infections with 211 cases, followed Barangays Lourdes Subdivision, Bacacang Central, Slaughterhouse Area, and Camp 7. DOHCAR added a total of 172,320 individuals in the region were tested for the virus. The health department said it is also bracing on how to evaluate, acquire, and distribute the COVID-19 vaccine once it becomes available in the country. DOHCAR said the residents in the region will be updated and informed on the progress of the country's proactive plan in acquiring and administering as soon as a safe and effective COVID-19 vaccine becomes available for the public. Jonathan Llanes, SunStar Baguio.
The gradual opening of tourism in the summer capital was marked on September 1 with a set of guidelines to be enforced in place before entering the city. This report from Maria Elena Catahan.
During the Charter Day celebration of Baguio, Mayor Benjamin Magalong with the Department of Tourism and officials from the Ilocos region inked an agreement to open tourism on September 21. Tourists were mandated to follow protocols including mandatory pre-registration through the Baguio Visita online platform and a triage with RT-PCR testing. After the signing of the agreement for the anticipated tourism bubble, officials from the neighboring Benguet towns expressed disappointment on a unilateral decision of Baguio to open tourism. On October 22, the summer capital also opened its doors for tourists from Metro Manila, Cagayan Valley, and Central Luzon. Since its gradual opening, Baguio has breached the 10,000 mark for tourism arrivals. For February alone, the city has lost over 1.4 billion pesos in tourism receipts since the closing of borders and restriction of movement. A recovery plan was presented with the Baguio Tourism Council, the private partner of the city, to cope with the post-pandemic scenario and bounce back after the slump in tourism. Before the year ends, tourism in Baguio, La Trinidad, Itogon, Sablan, Tuba, and Tublay or BLIST is being synchronized with the governing council formed by Magalong with a board of advisors comprised of all list mayors. The newly formed BLIST Tourism Council is tasked to frame the tourism programs in each area through their respective tourism bodies. Maria Elena Catahan, SunStar Baguio.
Benguet experienced various incidents, including the discovery of cadavers in the ravines of the province, which prompted authorities to investigate. This report from Loren Alimondo.
Before the end of the year, a Baguio resident was later found headless along the ravines of Tublay, Benguet. The suspects for the case of 25-year-old Harjan Lagman, according to Baguio City Police Office Director Colonel Alan Reyco, involve members of the Philippine National Police. On December 21, the top cop said they have already coordinated with the National Bureau of Investigation, who will now take over the investigation of the incident, adding this is to pave way for an impartial investigation. He said they are hopeful that this will dispel any suspicion or doubts on the integrity of the investigation and of allegations of any possible cover-up. In the first 2 months of 2020, 4 cadavers were found in various areas in the town of Tuba, Benguet. February this year, 2 male cadavers were found at Barangay Pugis and Lamot Junction in Barangay Bakal, both in Benguet's capital town of La Trindad. And back in 2019, Police Regional Office Cordillera condemned the dumping of 6 cadavers and 2 skeletal remains in a deep ravine along Marcos Highway. Lauren Alamondo, SunStar Baguio.
This year, due to the increasing number of COVID-19 confirmed cases, different towns in Benguet Province were placed on lockdown. This report from Joven Peralta.
One of the first mining areas placed on lockdown is Felix Mines in Tuba because of the increase of COVID-19 confirmed cases. This is led for the completion of contact tracing and assessment in the area in August. Itogon Suyok Resources Incorporated or ISRI, a subsidiary of Apex Mining Corporation, was included in the localized lockdown on October 23 due to the reported COVID-19 cases. Benguet Corporation, also in Itogon, said, with the lockdown, only few administrative employees are allowed to work, while miners are barred from entering. ISRI said operation will resume upon completion of contact tracing and swab testing, and only those with negative results will be allowed to return to work. Due to positive cases, the lockdown of the mining camp in Mangkayan was extended until midnight of December 20. Meanwhile, for the holidays, 24 barangays in Baguio remain on lockdown, and once again, it landed on the list of areas of concern by an independent research group for a steady increase of COVID-19 infections, together with La Trinidad and 11 areas in the country. Joven Peralta, SunStar Baguio.
And in sports, among the crowd-drawing events put to a halt due to the COVID-19 pandemic are annual sports competitions, including the Cordillera Administrative Region Athletic Association or CARAA. This report from Roderick Osis.
On January 31, Mayor Benjamin Magalong announced the cancellation of CARAA as a proactive measure to combat COVID-19. CARAA was supposed to be staged February 16 but was moved March 22 with Baguio hosting the annual sporting event. Baguio was unable to defend its title with the cancellation of CARAA, including the Palarong Pambansa. All sporting events were also halted from the amateurs, including the Baguio Benguet Educational Athletic League, to the professional level. Despite the community quarantines, athletes in the region remain bullish they will return to competition soon. Filipino mixed martial arts pioneer and Team Lakay head coach Mark Sangiao also looks back on what has been a difficult year, not just for his Baguio City-based martial artist, but also for all Filipinos in the country who suffered through the effects of COVID-19. Team Lakay suffered a series of painful setbacks over the past 12 months, but Sangiao is confident they can bounce back again. Roderick Osis, SunStar Baguio.
And that's your SunStar Baguio Yearender Newsbits. For more updates, visit us at our website and our official social media accounts. This is Conway Copas. Have a blessed New Year.